Welcome to Rank It Right. Today we're diving into the fiery, fast-paced battle royale of hip-hop between two titans, Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Get ready for jaw-dropping moments and twist reveals that left us speechless. Number 10, the first shots fired, first-person shooter. The beef that gripped social media in 2024 started off innocuously enough. A #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 from the time of its release. Fans delighted in hearing the two superstars of the genre trade off braggadocious bars. The fun and games took a turn, however, when Cole declared himself, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar the big three of contemporary hip-hop. While the line itself appeared to be simply a playful acknowledgement of the trio's friendly rivalry at the time, few could have known how ugly the situation would get in the coming months. Number 9, new challenger approaching, champagne moments. Drake's official solo entry into the feud, Push-Ups, was seen as a declaration of all-out war in the hip-hop community. Perhaps the most shocking jab the Torontonian takes on the song is directed at Florida rapper Rick Ross. To say the least, hip-hop fans were surprised. Ross had been a consistent presence on Drake's songs over the course of the past decade, on tracks like Money in the Grave and Lemon Pepper Freestyle. According to Genius, the resentment stems from Drake's decision to threaten French Montana, who is signed to Ross's record label Maybach Music, with legal action over an unreleased song. It also didn't help that on Push-Ups, Drake mocked Ross's past as a prison officer. Number 8, a whimper, not a bang, The Heart Part 6. In the moment that seemed to signal the end of the rapid-fire feud, Drake responded to Lamar's bombshell allegations made on Meet the Grahams and Not Like Us. Fans eagerly awaited Drake's rebuttal to Lamar's serious accusations, only to be met with disappointment. Instead of launching a full-blown counterattack, Drake simply denied the allegations, employing a questionable line of reasoning. This left many scratching their heads, especially considering Drake's tendency to repeat claims he had previously made in his songs. Critics also took aim at Drake for his misinterpretation of Mother I Sober, a track from Lamar's album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. In a spoken word outro, Drake continued to assert his claims as facts without providing any evidence, while simultaneously challenging Lamar to prove him wrong. In essence, Drake's response fell short of expectations, leaving fans and critics alike wondering if he had run out of ammunition in the ongoing feud. Number 7, It's Just Big Me, Like That. After the release of First Person Shooter on Drake's 2023 album For All the Dogs, months went by before Kendrick officially responded to J. Cole's declaration that he, Drake, and Lamar constituted rap's big three. On the #1 hit from Future and Metro Boomin's 2024 collaborative album, We Don't Trust You, Lamar minced no words in rejecting Cole's statement. He dedicated the entirety of his verse to firing back at Drake. Lamar's widely discussed contribution to Like That sees the Grammy winner taking precise aim at the 6'6" god. In no uncertain terms, the rapper-born Kendrick Lamar Duckworth questions Drake's credibility as an artist and asserts that his music won't stand the test of time, and this was just the beginning. Number 6, No Old Friends Either, All to Myself. This one must have hit hard. Abel the Weeknd Tesfaye initially rose to fame through his association with Drake, making a vocal cameo on Take Care's Crew Love, among other credits on that album. In fact, Tesfaye's music initially gained attention after being shared on the October's very own blog by Drake's manager. Their frequent collaboration sparked speculation that the Weeknd would sign to OVO Sound. However, rumors began to swirl that the two eventually had a falling out over creative and interpersonal differences. This alleged business breakup seems to be hinted at in Tesfaye's verse on All to Myself. It's like a real Obi-Wan/Anakin kind of situation. And hey, it's Watch Mojo. Did you really think we'd pass up the chance to make at least one Star Wars reference? Number 5, J. Cole drops in, then almost immediately drops out, 7-minute drill. In the midst of this hip-hop saga full of twists and turns, one of the most peculiar moments unfolded with J. Cole's brief foray into the fray. Soon after the release of Like That, Cole swiftly dropped 7-minute drill, his official response to Kendrick's diss verse. Despite Cole's somewhat lighthearted approach, sprinkled with references to The Simpsons and attempts to downplay the impact of Lamar's discography, the reception to 7-minute drill was mixed. So much so that just 2 days later, Cole publicly apologized for his involvement in the beef. He essentially backed out, promptly removing the song from the internet. Number 4, Drake drops 2 songs at once and gets sued, Push-Ups and Taylor tailor-made freestyle. As we mentioned earlier with champagne moments, push-ups marked the moment when things truly started to heat up in this feud. Even the song's cover art threw some shade, reportedly referencing Kendrick's shoe size. But Kendrick wasn't Drake's only target. The track also took explicit shots at Metro Boomin, Rick Ross, and former protege The Weeknd. Push-ups set the stage for the rapid back and forth of the beef. Drake wasted no time in dropping tailor-made freestyle on the same day. However, the song sparked controversy when it used AI-generated vocals of the late Tupac Shakur, siding with Drake in his feud against Lamar. This move prompted backlash from Tupac's estate, leading Drake to swiftly pull tailor-made freestyle from streaming services. Number 3. Drake implies that Kendrick isn't actually his son's father. Family Matters. The release of Family Matters marked a fleeting moment when it seemed Drake had decisively ended the beef, albeit for only 20 minutes until Meet the Grahams hit the scene. Nevertheless, Family Matters stands out as a strikingly raw and gossipy expose, primarily targeting Kendrick Lamar. The track doesn't hold back, taking aim at not just Lamar, but also roping in The Weeknd, Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, and Metro Boomin. Drake even directly addresses Whitney Alford, Kendrick's co-parent. But the boldest move of all, accusing Lamar of domestic abuse and adultery, and casting doubt on his supposed relocation to New York City. And if that weren't enough, Drake goes so far as to allege that the biological father of Lamar's son is none other than Dave Free, his manager. Number 2, Kendrick makes it personal, a lot more personal, Euphoria. While Family Matters served as a somewhat shocking response, it's evident that Drake's retaliation wouldn't have been as intense if Kendrick hadn't fired the first shot with Euphoria, allegedly named after the HBO teen drama series, of which Drake is an executive producer. Euphoria sees Kendrick tearing into every facet of Drake's career on his inaugural diss track. With Euphoria, Kendrick once again questions Drake's authenticity and credibility as a rap artist, delving deep into his background and identity. Strangely enough, one of the song's most cutting jabs is Kendrick's impression of a Toronto accent, complete with local slang and references like New Ho King, a popular late-night spot for Chinese cuisine on Spadina Avenue. Number 1. Kendrick disses Drake's entire family, Meet the Grahams. You know, this beef reached a whole new level when an AI-generated Tupac verse dissing Kendrick Lamar only landed at number 4 on our list. On Meet the Grahams, Kendrick not only goes after Drake himself, but also dedicates entire verses to dissing members of his family, particularly targeting his parents, son Adonis, and, wait for it, an alleged daughter whose existence Drake had kept secret. This move echoes Pusha T's 2018 Drake diss, The Story of Adidon, where Pusha revealed information about Adonis to the public, despite Drake denying the girl's existence on The Heart Part 6, claiming he had fed Kendrick disinformation. The impact of Lamar's response to Family Matters remains unforgettable for any modern-day hip-hop fan. What are your favorite moments from the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content. And remember, in the world of hip-hop, anything can happen.